Hey everybody, Amanda here, and it is day 6 of Diary of an Ex-Alcoholic. And two things that I'll mention today that have been on my heart. One is this thing that, if you haven't seen it, my husband and I have a podcast called Faith Over Fear, Overcoming Addiction. We've taken a little hiatus from before the holidays and are going to be starting back up with that probably sometime in February, mid-February. But one of those episodes we talked about, I think it was the 6th episode, I'll have to check. It was an exercise called the Heart Math Solution. And it's kind of, it's not long, but I'm just going to button it up as much as I can in just like a minute. But the Heart Math Solution basically is trying to retrain your brain to get into positive thoughts. And we all have something that happens, intrusive thoughts, and how do you get yourself out of that? So, like for myself, a lot of intrusive thoughts that came a lot after I got out of rehab was shaming myself for the things that I had done in the past, actions that I had done in the past. And every now and again, it still does creep up. Not as much, because I've learned how to do this exercise. So the exercise, the gist of it is, whenever you have an intrusive thought, you take a moment, take a piece of paper for like a minute or so, write down a certain instance of when you felt really great about something. I tie everything into my faith, because that's really when I started to get healthy, is when I gave everything over to God. So a lot of my really good moments and thoughts come from certain situations that I had some kind of a discovery, or when God spoke to me, or something like that. But yours, if you're not a big religious person, think of something in your past. It could be a long time ago, but write down, like, let's just say you went to a beautiful vacation, or had a moment at a lake, or had a great conversation with somebody, or just a moment that you felt really good about something or other, a circumstance, a thought, whatever, and write it down for a good minute or so. What happens when you do that is you take your thoughts and you change them into remembering something that was really positive and enlightening to yourself. And when you do that, it's not going to happen after one or a couple times. And I'm so sorry, my dog is making noises right now. It might take you a few times to get into the habit of feeling a little bit more positively than what you had a few minutes before. Reading your thoughts, and we're talking like every single little detail, what the air smelled like, what you saw, what you felt, and be really specific about that. And what you'll find is, when you're writing that down, and especially when you go to read it, and I would suggest reading it out loud, you're training your brain to focus more on the positive stuff. Because one thing that I learned, and this goes back to my business, I'm in real estate, right? There is this law, it's called a bold law, but what you focus on expands. So if you're going to focus on what you did wrong, that negative thing, that person that messed up your day, whatever, if you focus on that, then you're going to dwell in that. And when you train your brain to start thinking more positively, then you're going to default to that positive. And so anyway, take a look at our Faith Over Fear, Overcoming Addiction. I think it's number 6. I'm not exactly sure, but you should be watching all of them anyway. Other thing I wanted to say, last week, obviously, I think it was day 2. It was day 2. The reason why I wanted to say about the Heart Math Solution is because I was in a very negative place, obviously, day 2 of my Diary of an Ex-Alcoholic. And that was really difficult. Last week was pretty difficult. I ended on a good note, and things are just getting better as the days progress and everything. But I'm normal. I'm human. I've got crap going on. The good thing is, though, I learned all of these tools to get myself, not to get myself, but to keep myself sober. So, and then what I wanted to say, one of my other notes from when I was in Honey Lake, um, just talking about how other people mess with our opinions and our judgment, our thought process. You know, once I learned that I had to start living for myself, it was really hard in the beginning. And every now and again, I still actually, no, I don't feel this way. I felt selfish in the beginning because I had to work on things within myself. It's a cliche. We've all heard it before. You have to do good for yourself before you can do good for others, blah, blah, blah. But it's really true. You might have to become a little bit selfish. And I did. And I hated it in the beginning. But then I realized that I, as a person, was getting better as I was going along, doing the things that I needed for myself. And then in turn, helping the people and loving the people around me so much better. I have looked back a lot on the things that I do remember. And I remember, saying at the time, I'm doing the best I can, I'm doing great, I'm doing this, that, the other thing. No, I was doing maybe like a percentage of the things that were wonderful opportunities that I wasn't taking advantage of, or wonderful moments that I wasn't taking advantage of. So, yeah, be a little bit selfish so you can work on yourself and then in turn help other people around you. Maybe not necessarily help, but to be there for them, how you're supposed to be for them. And don't worry about other people's opinions. Yeah, don't. I have this note. We begin to question our opinion when we hear other people's opinions. So you might have to have blinders on and just dead set focus on what you need to accomplish and not worry too much about what other people are thinking, because you know what you need to do to get to where you need to be to improve your life. So I guess the thought-provoking question will be for the day, what opinions of others have you stumbled on in your own life when you have your own opinion? So, or have you changed your opinion on something because somebody else has made you change your opinion? So yeah, be strong in yourself, learn new things. I tell you what, I was a smart person before, but I'm going to say I'm really intelligent now because I have actually applied myself to all these opportunities and things that I never thought that I was going to be doing in my world. And I'm smarter and better because of it. So anyway, what can you do to make yourself better? And what are some opinions of others that you're just like, you should just get rid of? So anyway, day 6 in the books, and I will probably see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.